Hey guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Health on this wonderful Wednesday here in Connecticut. I am in my kitchen making some juice for my girls. I gotta be quiet, my girls are not awake yet. It's early. But a little bit different from being down in my studio. But the laptop was here, and I said, why not? So I'm gulping some juice. I just did 25 miles on the bike. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to get up and finish up my workout. Might do 35 today. No rhyme or reason. I just love working out, and I love feeling that there is no limit to the energy. I could just get on the stationary bike. I could just run. I could just get on the outside bike and just go forever. No limits. I love that feeling. And in the morning, my glucose levels, my glycogen levels are just stoked from the day before, and my muscles are rejuvenated and everything, no soreness, nothing. That's when I really get it. 3, 4, 5 o'clock, when I start to ease down a little bit, I'll have my cooked food and all that sort of stuff. I start to get subdued a little bit, which is fine. I wind down, and by 8 o'clock, I'm ready to go to bed. But anyway, there's been a lot of talk. I talk incessantly. All I do is talk. Listen, my wife and my daughter are so fresh. But when I get wound up to do something, they're always saying, Daddy, how long is this going to take? I got things. Anyway, they keep me grounded, my girls. So, anyway, as much fruit as you want, as much veggies as you want, as much carbs as you want, as much rice as you want, potatoes, corn, eat as much as you want. Don't count calories. Well, Ralph, there's got to be restriction somewhere. Yeah, there does. And this is vitally, vitally important, guys. It really is. And, well, you know what I'm going to say. You saw the thumbnail. Guys, you must be militant about the fat intake. You must. Okay? And that's not hard to do. That's really not hard to do. Now, everybody's cravings and metabolism works a little bit differently, but for the most part, I'm speaking for myself here. I only start craving junk food when I let myself get hungry. That's why I don't do don't push the cleansing anymore. Even though I knew how to manipulate myself and my mind around it, a lot of people don't when they starting being very hungry, even though they were food addictions and all this sort of stuff, but that's a different story. But again, as long as I don't get frantically hungry, as long as I keep some juice with me, as long as I keep some sugar water with me, as long as I keep some fruit or some gummies, I'll do a video on gummies. But guys, as long as I don't let myself get hungry, I am not craving junk. I'm just not. Quite the opposite. I'm craving, steamed cauliflower and steamed broccoli and Brussels sprouts slathered with my low-fat hummus that my daughter and I make. I'll do a video on that too. But anyway, you must be militant with the fat. You have to. Now, here's the deal. We talked about this. Obesity, heart disease, hypertension, type 2 diabetes, they all pretty much come from the same thing, in that your arteries, your veins, your capillaries, your cells are chock full of fat. Forget just the fat around your belly or on your face or whatever. Guys, chock full of fat. Okay? And if you are eating that much carbs, that much fruit, that much sugar, and that sugar cannot get to the cells, cannot get through the blood vessels, guys, you have to. That's just send you right to the emergency room and get your EpiPens and start injecting insulin. Guys, that's type 2 diabetes, and I'm not going to get into that anymore because I've done so much on it. But guys, you have to be militant with the fat, okay? Forget the aesthetic, getting yourself lean. You have to be militant with the fat. The number one culprit with this, there is one thing and one thing only in any grocery store. You get your Mega Stop and Shop or your Wegmans or something like that, and you go in there and there's only, of all the garbage that you can get in there, all the garbage that's in there, there's one thing and one thing only that is 100% fat. The calories are 100% fat, and that are your oils. No oils. Don't cook with it. Don't line a pan with it. No oil. It's the worst thing. It's a diet killer. It's an insulin, resistance killer. Oh, please, just don't use the oil. When you're out and you're going to Chinese restaurants, Thai restaurants, things like that, ask them. They have no problem. Cook it with no oil. Guys, if you go to a Chinese restaurant, and my wife and daughter love, fried rice, my fun, stuff like this, these Thai foods and everything. I mean, it's rice and veggies and everything that we eat, but you take one and you put your fingers are all greasy. It's chock full of oil. They're very, very high in fat. And you have to be careful of that. And all you have to do is ask the person to prepare it as best you can without oil. They'll do it. They'll do it. And guys, once you put your soy sauce on or whatever, your duck sauce, whatever the case may be, you're good to go. Now, many times, when my wife comes home from work on Friday, and she wants to send out, she doesn't want to cook and all this sort of stuff, she'll go to this Thai/Chinese restaurant that we have and get takeout. Do you want anything? I make it for cents on the dollar. Right over there. Veggie fried rice, veggie rice, steamed veggies and rice. Guys, $10, $12 is you're going to pay for that, for rice and steamed veggies? I'm paying $1.50. So I let them go. They don't want to cook. I'm retired. I'm home just making videos all day. But I will make my own. And there is no oil whatsoever. It's basically the exact same thing that I'm spending how much money on down the street, and there's no oil. So anyway, guys, you must be militant with the fat. Now, the fat you eat is the fat you wear. We're talking aesthetics here. When you are talking losing weight, the fat you eat is the fat you wear. Less than 10 grams of fat per day. And once you figure out, you look at the labels and all that, and you figure out how much fat is in each thing that it's very, very easy. You don't have to do it every time. You really don't. But fruits and veggies, there are trace amounts of fats in it, but there's very, very little. If you just go fruits and veggies all day, you're not even cooking close to 10 grams. Okay? All of a sudden, you eat an avocado with that, or some nuts and seeds, all of a sudden you're over 10 grams. Okay? So if weight loss is your goal, and just about 100% of everybody that subscribes and everything is chasing weight loss, just be militant with the fat. Now, every once in a while, if you want to throw caution to the wind and have a fatty meal, go ahead. Go ahead. You just drink it out and poop it out. Okay, and you're going to feel how logy and lethargic you feel, and you won't want to do it again. But anyway, guys, if fat is it, now again, I've talked about this concept. The fat you eat is the fat you wear. If you and I, while we are sitting here, just watching this video, I'm making the video, you're watching it, we're burning fat. It's very, very little trace amounts of fat, but we are burning fat. Okay? Now, I get back on my bike, I'm going to burn more fat. I get some kettlebells out, I'm going to burn more fat than that. I go shovel snow, I'm going to burn more fat than that. I go for a walk around the block, you get the idea. We're burning fat. Guys, as long as you don't come home and have bacon and eggs, or a avocado bagel, or a bagel with peanut butter on it, and you put more fat into than you just burned off, guys, you are over time just going to go lean, 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 lean. And it's going to get to a point, and I get to this point many times during the summer when I'm outdoors and really cranking up my workouts and stuff. I feel like I have to put some weight on. I'm looking a little scary. So you will get to that point. I can't tell you how long it's going to take, but it will. But if you're militant, if you are really, really maniacal about the fat intake, the fat you eat is the fat you wear. If you're not putting in your mouth, guys, it cannot end up on your hips. It's as simple as that. All right? All right. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and your sugars and live your life with true power, not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.